What's going on, YouTube? This is LA Prepper, and I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired. I get tired more easily than I used to. I'm not really okay with it. To be fair, I'm not quite as in good a shape as I used to be either. And I was moving some... Well, I didn't move a ton of food today, but let's see. If I took one trip every 5 minutes, 12 trips an hour, 3 hours, 36 trips, 20 pounds of food per trip, so about 720 pounds. Maybe I moved 720 pounds of food today. Just doing a little bit of volunteer work by hand. Probably moved another few hundred with a cart, but that doesn't really count. So a few of you might know, if you've seen my channel or seen a few of the videos on my channel, I do some volunteer work with the Tank Museum. And I'm not mentioning this because I need a pat on the back or anything. I just do it because I enjoy it. That's the only reason I think you should do it, unless you have to. Then you should just do it because you have to. But if you don't have to do it, if you don't have to do it, I think you should only do it because it's something you enjoy, something you feel that's important. And I think a little bit of community service goes a long way. I certainly have done, on average in my life, probably less than, 20 or 30 hours a year for the last 15 years. A little bit higher in recent years. So, I'm not the master community service person, but I talk about it because I think it's something that you should do. And I did it in San Diego. I've had kind of issues with organization in places that I've gone, and, just forms and costs and ways of doing things that I wasn't necessarily okay with, even if they weren't really a big deal. So just like anything in life, finding a career, finding a passion, finding a soulmate, finding a good volunteer position for you, a match, if you will. Great website, by the way, VolunteerMatchorg, I think. And to be fair, maybe it's not a great website, but it is a phenomenal resource. It's a pretty decent website, but it's an amazing resource to find volunteer opportunities in your area. I actually was using Meetup today. I was kind of seeing what was going on in the community. And I saw the volunteer opportunity, so I wasn't even sort of thinking of volunteering necessarily, even though there are a few volunteer opportunities on Meetup. It's certainly not really meant for that. But this was a really local one. It involved distributing food. Something that I don't know if maybe I've done it once or twice. I've worked in kitchens where you help prepare and serve food, but I can't think if I've ever done any food distribution volunteer work, which is kind of a shame. I certainly could have. So anyways, that's a part of the reason I'm a little bit tired today. I was moving some food this morning. It's not really what this video is supposed to be about, but that's why I'm tired. That's my 4-minute story of why I'm sleepy. What's up, Prepper Nurse? Oh man, this guy, he's in the cold. He does like me right here, right? He lets YouTube choose the thumbnails like I do. And his videos, his poses are like, and another one's like, another one's like, maybe he's just adjusting his beanie in that one, but anyways, this is actually a video about one of my subs. I'm going to do a comment review to O Pervy one because he leaves, what's up O Pervy, by the way? Shout out to O Pervy. I don't think he puts up a lot of videos and stuff, even though, cough cough, I encourage him to put up videos because he has a lot of phenomenal ideas, and he's really a prepper at heart. I can just tell by the way he responds to stuff. He thinks about it in a very intelligent, thoughtful, deep kind of way, in a realistic way, a pragmatic way, I think. And I appreciate that because I think to some extent prepping has been cheapened a little bit in recent years, with the TV shows and stuff like that, So I don't know if preppers are. I don't know what the common view of preppers is, but I'm not necessarily sure that it's getting better per se, at least in the quote unquote mainstream media. I think if you are like me and you're sub to a few preppers, you kind of get the idea that most preppers kind of have their head on straight and they're not spending 24/7 on this stuff. It's just something like Prepper Nurse, for example. His place, I don't want to say he's off grid, but I think his power and heat, I think all of his power is from a generator and solar, and I think his heat predominantly is from a wood burning stove. I know he's always playing with firewood in his videos here and there, so he's definitely taken it to heart, and they, now is sort of a perfect example where he's living. It's snowing like the dickens, and they're getting power outages and all sorts of interesting things. Stoves don't need power; they need wood. Don't run out of firewood. But if you have enough firewood, you're good. Or if you have the access to trees on your property, you can cut down trees. Freshly cut wood is not good to burn. Most of you probably know that. But I'm getting off topic here. Prepper Bob, what's up, Prepper Bob? Hooples. Oh, Hooples, I still haven't integrated all that first aid stuff into my kit. Shame on me. I got like 3 different kits I want to integrate it into. My bug out bag, my car kit, and sort of like my extra level 2 kit, if you will. I really need like a level 3 and level 4 kit. I need to work on my levels. But let's go. I'm going to go a couple weeks back here. Oh, Pervy's always leaving me like super long comments, and I love them. I just don't like responding, a couple sentences when he's writing paragraphs and paragraphs of really thoughtful stuff. And I kept telling him, one of these days, oh, Pervy, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to try to respond to all your comments. So let's go a couple weeks back here and see what I can do. And I've responded to a lot of these, but kind of shortly. Okay, let's go. Man, I'm trying to go back 2 weeks ago and I keep hitting show more and there's still all these comments are 2 weeks old. I must have been putting out a lot of videos. And I gotta be honest, I've been to the 99-cent store a couple times and I haven't shot videos, and I really should be eating healthier, and there's not really an excuse not to be buying more vegetables and such. It's a part of my life that I was raised eating more healthy. I certainly enjoy eating more healthy foods, but just kind of been making excuses why I haven't been eating more healthy. And since I haven't been really shopping a lot more healthy, I don't always want to share my unhealthy shopping habits. Although I didn't do too bad today. Maybe, you know what? I'll give you a little sneak peek, YouTube. Give you a sneak peek because I know you're jonesing for that 99-cent store information. Okay, what did we get at the 99-cent store? Milk, OJ, cereal bars, Raisin Bran, chicken nuggets, cream cheese, pepper bites, mint tea, 2 instant boxes of coffee, blackberries. I was gonna get 2 punnets, but one of the punnets kind of fell apart at the checkout. 1 Polish sausage loop from some football player. 3 ramen noodles because Campbell's pork and beans, sliced peaches, and I gotta get that cobbler right. I have silly goals during the year, but one of my goals this year is to make that damn peach cobbler better. I made it really good once. A couple times I kind of accidentally made it really well, and as much as I feel that cooking is kind of an off-the-cuff type of thing, sometimes it helps to have somewhat correct proportions. The proportions don't have to be perfect, but they have to be somewhat close. My last attempt makes me feel like that. Yeah. You know, I can handle a lot of things that sometimes give people jitters, like flying or speaking in public, but if I screw up a peach cobbler, gets me right there. You know, that type of failure, oh, can't handle it. Okay, sliced peaches. Oh, those are more cup of noodles. Okay, 2 cornbreads. So I've been jonesing for some cornbread. Mac and cheese, and I got the white mac and cheese and a cheddar mac and cheese. So I didn't do too bad. Some of the stuff's kind of prepared, like the Raisin Bran, the cereal bars, the mac and cheese. Some of the stuff is a little more make it yourself, kind of like the sausage and the OJ and milk and the cornbread, pork and beans, kind of. Anyways, you know, I could make pork and beans. It's a lot easier to buy pork and beans. So that is what I got the 99-cent store. But back to Oh Pervy One. And by the way, quick shout out to a couple of my newer commenters, Christy Castrejon. I think the J is an H. It could be Castrellon. Could be Castrellon. Could be a Y, a J. I'm not sure. Christy. We'll just go with Christy. Lonzo Likes Alone. He's a new commenter. Thank you for commenting. Menge R. That was my ammo trip. Yeah, Mengi. I don't know if that's how you say his name. Menge R. MNGR. Maybe it's, I don't know. Anyways, talking about going to Walmart. Okay, let's scroll down to the bottom of this. All right, what do we got? So I did a Harbor Freight trip. Let's just do a quick time check. 12 minutes. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start a new video because this has been a lot of random stuff. So I'm going to call this the random video. We're going to get right back into the comments in a fresh new video because I owe it to Oh Pervy to not take 12 minutes to get into the meat and potatoes.